Welcome back to Tap In. We're back Thursday. Fred, and we have our new guest, Mr. Don Lowe.
Whoa, what's up?
Maricus is out today, so he's missed. I hope he's watching. He better be watching.
He's not watching. He's actually on his way back from Mexico.
You had to bail about him.
No, he was down there. He was down there getting his BDL.
Oh.
You know, so
his ass.
Yeah, so he should be back tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, he called me early and said the surgery went well or whatnot, so he'll be back. You know, so yeah, he'll be back next week, man. So, you know, we got a more than capable fill-in for
yes.
Don. So you didn't introduce the man right.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got to introduce this dude the correct way. Not just him, but his son also, because really his son is even more of a star than he is. People just don't realize that because the little dude is so humble, right? So on our podcast live tonight, we have the one and only Don Lowe. If you don't know who this guy is, man, do your research on him. He's been rocking with the San Antonio youth scene for several years, man. He's always done things the right way when it comes to these kids. It's one of the main reasons why I mess with him, because he does have a heart for the kids, right? It's not too many of them out. It's not too many folks like him out there that really do it for the right reason. I've been on the record and I've stated that this guy has the passion of no one I've ever seen before. He has the energy of no one I've seen before, man, and he's also just a damn good person in general, right? A lot of folks may not understand the method to his madness, but, you know, luckily for me, I've had the opportunity to speak to him on a personal level, man, and he's explained to me how he's able to put all this stuff together, and everything is tactical, strategical, and, man, he's really just a fucking genius. That's just the bottom line to it, man. And, you know, on our podcast, you know, man, we like to acknowledge those that really get out there and do it for the right reasons, man. So with all that being said, man, let's clap it up for Mr. Don Lowe.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Well, hell, you should have started with that. I definitely didn't do that. You should have just started with the damn intro.
And also, we got his son, Rasta. You know, if you don't know, you know, he's up in there in the Stunner Shade Zone, man. The guy's definitely a superstar. In my opinion, you know, definitely one of the top athletes in the country. Not in the city, not in the state, in the country. You know, I think he kind of follows in his father's footsteps when it comes to the passion, the energy, you know, and definitely the leadership, man. I've watched this kid for several years. And you know, he's dominated his age group. You know, I don't think that he's lost to a San Antonio team, man, including us with the Outlaws, man. And maybe about 3-4 years. You know, it's been a while. So, you know, let's clap it up for Mr. Rasta. All right, man. So look, we got some good stuff on tap tonight. Anything interesting that you want to start off with, Tori?
I want to get right into it. Well, how was y'all's week? All good?
We had a good week.
Yeah.
My oldest son, they lost Legacy versus Woodlake. They lost to the championship, man, 8th grade, man. But other than that, we had a good week. We're having a blessed week.
Good.
Humble but hungry.
Good.
We're saying humble but hungry.
And you?
Man, you know, my weeks are always great. You know, the older I get, the more I've learned to appreciate every minute that I have.
Amen.
You know, so yeah, so just
promise.
being able to be here tonight is a good feeling, you know.
Yep.
So get to hang out with you again, you know. Thanks. Definitely get to hang out with 2 of my guys over there. So yeah, it's a good week so far.
So,
Yep, thanks for coming. First time, definitely not your last, so.
appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Let's go.
What you got, man? Let's throw us a hot topic, man. Throw us a lob with a hot topic, man.
Oh, hot topic. Okay, so what do we do this week in regards to sports?
Well, look, let me say this, man. All right. Have you guys been keeping up with that John Morant situation?
Yeah.
Speak on that, man.
Man, I'm one of them people where, you know, man, Ja really putting himself in a position where, man, he could lose it all. Man, I think, man, the people Ja been hanging out with, and the funny thing about it is, this is not the first time. This is not the first time you hearing about Ja Morant with fights. This is not the first time you hearing about Ja Morant brothers and friends pulling out guns on NBA staff members, and man, this is not the first time. My thing is this, man. If they don't put a lid on it, or somebody don't sit that young man down and man, get that young man under control, hey man, y'all gonna be looking at a situation where Ja Morant possibly see himself out of the league. And I know that sounds crazy from a 22-year-old superstar,
right?
That has, man, brought life back into that Memphis organization. But just the way, man, people don't know this. Ja come from a 2-parent household.
Right.
Ja come from private school.
Right.
Ja come from, his daddy played with Ray Allen. Ja ain't come from the streets. Like, and I tell people, man, it's always the ones that don't come from the streets,
right,
that want to be street.
They glorify.
Like, man, you don't want this.
Right.
I promise you don't. And man, shit like that, it really pissed me off, dog, because it's like, man, first of all, you're an NBA superstar. You playing a pickup game. Man, it's a 17-year-old little baby. And don't get me wrong, a lot of these youth kids, a lot of these misguided kids, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say misguided kids, man, man, you just think about it. If you had the opportunity, like I know if I had the opportunity, or my son had the opportunity, or my oldest son had the opportunity to play against Ja Morant, they going to talk that shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We going to bring that energy. We going to talk that shit. So in my head, man, Ja should be more professional, understand. First of all, this kid is a 17-year-old kid. He's looking at it like, man, I got an opportunity to go at Ja Morant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
they going to do everything to try to break him down and
what?
piss him off.
Man, what? Mm-hmm. Man, I'm trying to, because in my head, if I could compete with this,
right,
come on.
Yeah.
Man, somebody video this.
Right.
Man, we going viral.
Right.
And that's just the way, that's what it is, man. Like, man, Ja gotta, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been hearing it a lot, but Ja do gotta humble himself. And like I tell people, even like it's a difference from being arrogant and confident, right? But I was always taught confidence brings arrogance. It's one and the same.
Right.
It's one and the same, and man, when I be looking at Ja, cause that's his favorite basketball player.
Right.
That's my oldest son's favorite basketball player. So man, man, we in the house, man, we follow Ja hard. But man, like I said, man, if somebody don't sit Ja ass down, man, and start to talk to Ja and start to give Ja game, man, Ja gonna find himself in a bad situation, man.
Right.
And the NBA is a little bit more lenient, but if y'all pay attention to the NBA, man, the NBA will blackball you.
Yeah.
NFL blackball you.
Yeah. In a heartbeat.
Man, it'll happen.
In a heartbeat.
So,
I was looking at man, it was a post I saw earlier today, and it said, man, Ja Morant is gonna be the first player in NBA history to try to work himself out of the NBA.
Most definitely.
Most folks try to work their way out of the ghetto,
right,
out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? Out of poverty. This guy's trying to work his ass out of the NBA. So when you say, man, somebody needs to sit him down, to me, what that symbolizes is once you reach a certain level of success, a certain level of accolades and power and esteem, the real people, they're afraid to tell you,
right?
Hey man, you going the wrong direction, because now there's something attached to that loyalty. All right, as long as I'm the man, don't tell me what I can't do.
Right.
Right. So I do feel like Ja Morant, like you said, coming from a 2-parent household, private schools, man, all of the luxuries that we want to afford our children so that they can avoid some of the situations that we face, right?
Come on.
That arrogance.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna call it confident. I'm just gonna say Ja just straight arrogant.
He arrogant.
He just needs more strong-willed people in a support system to say, hey, homie, look, man, we love you. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep continuing down this path, you're going to lose it all. You know what I'm saying? So when you go back and you look at a lot of players that have lost it all, they always say, man, if I could just go back, if I just wish that it was one person,
man,
that would have sat me down and said, hey, man, that's not the right way to go. And the reason why I brought that topic up is because we live in a society where nowadays, man, we entitle these kids.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Because they can dribble a ball or they can catch a football or they can hit. or whatever stuff, we're telling these kids that, they're bigger
Than what they are.
than what they are.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you talking.
Right.
See, now you talking.
So, and look, I'm not going to sit up here and ride your nuts the whole show, man. But I'm gonna give you props for this, right? Because it's real shit though. The way that I see you and your wife, with your children, because it's not just Rasta. You got a younger son, Yella, and it's the same thing, man. Like, you guys stay on these kids to be kids, man. Rasta, you straight A student, right? You on pace to be the valedictorian? Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So as good as he is on the football field, he's a better person. He's a better student.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But they don't see what they. I don't mean to cut you off, Ray, but they don't. A lot of times you live in a society. We live in a world now, right, where it's in a moment. I want everything now. You ever heard the saying? Well, we call them. We do call them oatmeal babies. Michael, instant babies. It's quick. Mm-hmm. But man, you ever hear the saying? You ever planted a seed? Yeah. You don't plant the seed and expect to eat from the tree the same day.
Right.
Right. So man, you gotta like I tell him, man. Why is this? You gotta ask him. You gotta ask him. He know. Hey man, what we grinding to go to? LSU. When you go to LSU, what we playing? Man, hey man, you gotta start to instill the right things into the kids.
At an early age,
they instill the my son scored a touchdown. Man, Yellow scored almost all the touchdowns for the 7U showcase team. I didn't post one.
Right.
You know why I didn't post one? Because hey man, first of all, I didn't post it because we didn't win. We didn't win, right? That's and in my head I'm looking at it like. One, I went back the next day and I told the coaches, I said, hey man, y'all gotta start Yellow on defense. He don't want to play offense, right? Man, we not one of those parents that's gonna make our children. Our children not gonna play something that they don't want to play. If he don't want to play, he don't want to play.
Play, right?
So man,
somebody else is gonna want to play in that.
But if you look at it now, everybody want their kids to be a superstar.
Right.
Everybody want and you know what the funny part is? You know the part that mostly disgusts me from a lot of parents?
What's that?
Man, the simple fact that you guys don't put the work in.
Right.
You guys, and this is what I mean. You know why? You want to see my DM? Lo, let me come. You know why you can't train with me? Because you as a parent don't have the dedication. So I know the kid not going to have the dedication. Right. Y'all think that this is, man, we jumped out the bed and we do that. Man, when I come home at 6 in the morning, he doing push-ups and dips.
Right.
He do 200 a day.
Right.
His brothers do 200 a day. Right? It's what you instill in these kids. And a lot of times these parents don't instill the right things in these kids. And that's why that's why they act the way they act. That's why they feel such an entitlement. That's why you got grown dudes and man, they want somebody to praise their kid.
Right.
That's one of the things I hate, man. I love it. I love it when they love, man. Man, don't like my shit because first of all, we don't do it for y'all.
Right.
We not doing it for this, man. We know what we doing it for. You see what I'm saying, man? And out here nowadays, man, everybody just want that praise. They want that recognition for their turn. And I tell them, y'all do know half of these kids. If you got 100,000 kids in San Antonio right now, you're going to have 50,000 playing middle school. Right. If you got 50,000, by the time you get to high school, you're going to have about 10,000 playing. Right. And out of that 10,000, you might have 1,000 go D1 or D2. Right? You guys don't understand the process that come with this. You know what I'm saying? You guys, like I said, y'all microwave babies, man. Y'all want everything quick. Y'all want everything right now. You guys, and the funny thing is y'all don't even enjoy the journey. Like, man, we had a conversation, right? And people want to talk about football and say, oh man, Lo, man, y'all got a stacked team. Man, no, we don't. Man, no, we don't.
Hey, real quick, man, ain't that one of the biggest? That's like that's one of the biggest insults that you can get because it negates all the hard work that you put in with kids. Man, where they just look better than everybody else because of the work that you put in with them. Man, but go ahead and continue.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, man. Man, if you would have seen our first day of practice, first of all, you like yourself, man. When you got the Outlaws, you built it from the ground up.
Right.
People don't understand the concept getting it out the mud.
Right.
I got it out the mud.
Right.
For real.
Right.
When we was at Copernicus with Fo Churn, we come from basketball. Man, I had a basketball team. We had Fo Churn. We had 4 kids. That's it.
Right.
Man, we took them 4 churn and we switched that to football. We was at the park 3 days a week with 4 kids.
Right.
Man, hey, man, I still got, man, and this is people don't understand this. I'm one of them people, bro. I just need a little bit. Like breathe out your right nostril too much, and that's all the motivation I need. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like wear the wrong color socks today, and that's all the motivation I need just to get me up. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, and I'm telling them, like, San Antonio has so much talent. San Antonio has so much talent. But let me tell you where the problem come in at, Fred. I'm gonna tell you, Miss Tori, where the problem come in at. They don't take the time to truly develop. And nobody wants to listen to the next person. Nobody wants to take the time out to say, hey, bro, hey, man, what this is. Right. Hey, bro, hey, I don't understand that. Can you tell me that? Right? And I'm not gonna lie, you got some older cats in the game, right, that can get a game, but I get it. I get why some of y'all don't I don't even want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because we live in a city in San Antonio, bro. This is a city full of confused hate. Like listen to the word, confused hate. Yeah, they don't even know
why they hate.
Right, they don't even know why they mad, but they mad, right? You could, the worst thing, the worst thing that we do as the people. The reason why I love churn so much because when a child judge you, right? They don't judge you off appearance. Man, I walk out that motherfucker with no socks on, hair going crazy. I'm yelling, I'm cussing, I'm on their tops, right? No child run from me, no child break down, no, man, it be the adults. We got a problem. You know what we do as adults? We look at somebody and we prejudge. If you see a man outside the building right now with a ripped shirt, and one sock on, you're going to say he homeless. You're going to prejudge. You're going to look at him and make the assumption that he homeless. I keep trying to tell people, a man only know what you tell him and see what you show him. Right. Now, don't let that go over y'all head, because I keep trying to tell y'all the same thing. A man only know what you tell him and see what you show him. You looking at me and you looking at man low loud, right? They out here, they mistake passion for aggression. They think because you loud or you yelling or you saying something in a way that how you don't talk or how you don't, hey man, it's ignorant. Man, hey fam, ain't nothing gullible about me, ain't nothing gullible about what I do. Like I tell you, man, my strategy, my method is when I meet a coach, if I can get under that coach's skin, I got his kids. I got you. If I can get under that coach's skin, man, I already got the kids. The game already won. I already know what time it is. And then what we do out here in San Antonio a lot of time is, man, we don't work together. You know, man, people sit up here, dog, and say they for the kids and say they for the community, but what are you doing to help the next? We have conversations all the time. Right. You the first person, when I first got out here, you say, Lo, hey, man, I remember the conversation like it was yesterday. You say, Lo, man, you got everything you need to be great. You say, but whatever you do, don't let these people use you and utilize you in the wrong way. Right. Right? Man, don't allow these people to use you and utilize you in the wrong way. Right. You know, you heard them, man, we met. Right. How we met was flag, right?
Yeah, the flag, little flag scrimmage.
We met at the flag scrimmage.
That was
man.
the livest flag scrimmage
ever.
In
man,
the niggas out there tackling.
Sure.
Like,
man, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about they was getting it in, but we met, and from that day, man, because the funny thing is, man, I never thought about coaching. I never saw myself doing none of this, man. That's how I know it's God's plan, man. It's God's work. You know, man, I don't have no family out here. It's just me, my wife, and our 5 children. Man, we don't have nobody out here. We don't have cousins, aunties, uncles. And, you know, man, it got to the point where we on the borderline of like, man, we want to move. Right. We better get up out of here. But, man, God said, nah, I got something else for you. Right. You know, and it's funny because I hit you originally. Right, yeah. I was looking for a team.
I remember that.
I hit you originally. I said, hey, man, I'm from New Orleans. I got some sons. They could go. Whoop the whoop. Man, I'm looking to rock. Man, he never called me back, y'all.
Fred.
Never called me back.
Opportunity that you missed out on.
Listen, never called me back, y'all.
I'm gonna let go and spit that little fable real quick. I mean, it's true that he reached out to me.
You never call anybody back.
But man, they called me back, man.
So in my defense, you know, man, for one, I'm really not on social media like that. So I think you sent me a message on Messenger, right?
Yeah.
So after that Friday night type stuff, man, I don't even look at Messenger because I get messages from folks all the time about, you know, the Friday night type stuff, and still to this day. You know, so when we actually met face to face, at a scrimmage,
Yeah.
right? And I'm telling you, man, he had his kids turned up. Coach Sean had his kids turned up. Man, we out there, the kids going back and forth, and they had a little girl on their team that was a beast.
Nunu.
Roster was out there beasting. You know, little Jace on our team was out there beasting. We had all kind of kids just out there with a whole bunch of passion and aggression, right? So, man, after the scrimmage was over with, you know, it got heated, man. I'm talking about there was some, man, there was parents out there going back and forth with each other and stuff. So, I told him, I said, well, man, where the hell you come from, dude? Because I ain't never seen you before, you know. And I said, man, you know, you got this edge about you. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that he coaches, man, is very aggressive, but it's very strategic, right? So, you know, I've been in the game long enough to peep game, and I'm like, all right, well, you know, I know that's just for a competitive advantage. So when we chopped it up after the scrimmage, you know, he was like, man, you know, because I tell folks this shit all the time, and people don't believe me when I say, man, I don't recruit. You know what I'm saying, man? To me, it's one of them situations where, you know, man, if you want to, you know, to me, it's always about choice, not by force, man. I don't want to I'm not going to lie to anyone. I'm not going to promise people anything or whatnot. So I said, well, who are you, man? Like, where you come from? And he was like, man, I hit you up, you know? And I was like, man, you ain't hit me. He said, man, I did. I said, well, man, what's your name? Because I didn't even know his name. So when he tell me his name, man, I go back through my message through all, and I'm like, damn, there it is right there. That shit was like months ago, dude. You know, and I said, why you ain't call me and do something, dog? You know what I'm saying? But ever since that point, you know what I'm saying, like, man, we've been rocking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? You know, he's coming to me for advice in
Most
certain
definitely.
situations, man. And I've actually come to him for advice in certain situations or whatnot, man. And it's like, you know, the crazy thing is this, and this is why I say when it comes to youth sports, it's so important to build relationships with folks so that when you have a disagreement or something doesn't go the way that you plan, you still have a foundation based on friendship.
Right.
You know, because you and I have been in situations where our camps was
they
colliding
going at
with each
it.
other. But
Yeah.
we've always maintained that respect level, right?
Most
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So
And disagreeing. Like,
yeah.
everybody act like we can't be friends after disagreeing. You made a post one time, right? You made a post about, you said
the N-word.
the N-word. I don't like using the N-word. I think we shouldn't use that in public and on Facebook and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And most people, nah. Man, what I told you. Hell nah, I don't agree with you, dog.
Right.
Man, I don't agree with you, dog.
But see, this was the thing, though, and this is where the respect level come in. So my post basically said, man, I think using the N-word on social media is lame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if if you consider yourself to be a role model, right? So Lo hit me up and he was like, man, I don't agree with you, man. He was like, because, you know, I use that or what have you. And I told him, I said, well, look, man, I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter if you agree with me or not, bro. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I said, man, like, you don't have to agree with my opinion to be cool with me.
No, it's
You know
that.
what I'm saying? And I said, man, I don't have to agree with your opinion to be cool with you.
Yeah.
And I said, man, but I appreciate you hitting me up because the one thing that we've lost in San Antonio, and this is going to be another topic that I want to discuss, was the fact that it's so much fakeness and so much fraud activity that goes on in the city when it comes to youth sports. You know what I'm saying? You know, nobody is I'm going to say man enough.
Man.
I'm going to say man enough
That's a perfect word.
to approach somebody that has a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And keep it real with them.
Man.
Because most of the time what you say is this, man, oh yeah, man, you know, we cool this out and whatever and stuff. But the moment you turn your back, it's a whole bunch of talking.
Man.
So
Bruce
look,
and
man, look.
Theo.
I always say, like, man, people be like, man, you know, I say, like, man, like, if somebody got a beef with me, I can't tell.
Right.
Because every time I see them, we cool as hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
man, like, if it's something that you have against the next person, to me, it does no good to go to a third party and express that unless you've expressed that to the person.
You already.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I said, man, you know, when it comes to our relationships, you know, between the organizations and whatnot, man, the one thing that we've always been able to maintain was that sense of respect.
Most definitely.
And the sense of friendship.
Yeah.
You know, like you told me, man, like when you first, you know, when you told me it was just you and your family and stuff.
Yeah.
And this was, I don't know if you remember this, man. We sat right up under that tree at our practice field. I said, yeah, it's pretty much just me and my family. And I said, I tell you what, You know what I'm saying? Keep it that way for a minute. Don't let none of these outsiders in because they will tear your family apart.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? But once you get a solid grounding with your family gonna expand because people fuck with you.
Right.
Now when you look at it, like you said, y'all started off with 4 kids. Now y'all rocking with a movement.
Right.
You know, hundreds of kids out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, man, to me, it's you know, it's not. It's no hate involved, man. It's no malice, you know, when it comes to giving somebody. We talked earlier today on the phone, no, last night actually.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I said, believe it or not, man, the reason why it's not hard for me to give you your credit,
Yeah.
is because, man, really, when I give you your credit, I feel like I give myself credit because I see a lot in you of what I see in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I first started. Now, that ain't me trying to be arrogant or nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? So how can I hate on somebody, you know what I'm saying, that did shit their own way? You do shit your own way.
Most definitely.
You know, people hate me even within my own, I ain't gonna say they hate me. People have a dislike
Right.
within my own organization for the way that I do shit because I do shit my way.
Right.
I do shit that work for me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Most
Like,
definitely.
oh, Fred, do it this way. Nah, I'm good, man. You know, I'm stuck on this because I know that it works and I don't want to change it
Right.
or whatnot. And that's what has allowed me to get to a certain level of success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I applaud those that are grounded in believing in themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen folks, man, low to this, man, low to that, man, this, that, and whatever. But that ain't changed you.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't changed you, man. So, you know, like I said, man, much respect, you know, to what you're doing with your movement.
Appreciate
You know what I'm saying? I've told folks, if you sit down with the guy, and that was really one of the main reasons for bringing you on the show, man. I said,
Right.
you know what? You know, this is a good guy, man. Once folks actually see you
Right.
and they hear how you speak, like,
Right.
man, look, no bullshit, right? So Lois from New Orleans, right?
Right.
I was on the phone with Lo one time, man. So Lo got this heavy New Orleans accent, right? I think Lo was at work.
Right.
He was at work, right? Man, on the phone with me, he that accent is tough, man. Man, he turned to talk to somebody else, man. Lo sound like Poindexter, man. I said, hold on, dog. I said, hey, man, hold
how
on,
you
man.
gotta do when you at
I
work.
said, where that accent go? And he started laughing and stuff, man, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I forgot where you was working at, but you was one of them guys, man. You pretty much, you know, broke up the fights and all this other stuff or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't your job, but that was a part of your responsibility and stuff,
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I said, man, you know what? This dude right here, man, he's a tactician, you know, and he uses his brain far more than his brawn.
Yeah.
But the average person ain't gonna give you credit for that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, you know, like I said, man, I just wanted to give you props on that.
Appreciate it, brother.
Now, Tori,
So, wait.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, wait. So we have a question.
Go ahead.
From Coach Weezy. He said he wants to know, how do you guys keep grinding and volunteering your time, gas, money as a coach when dealing with toxic parents?
I don't.
You don't.
Ask him. I
Okay.
don't.
He don't deal with toxic parents is basically what he's saying.
I don't.
Okay.
Take your child and go.
Just like that.
Man,
It's that easy.
ask any parent, because once you understand who you, first of all, anybody that's a coach, organization owner, or somebody that's trying to make a difference in these kids' life, man, you're gonna get that. Trust me, you're gonna get it. But you gotta know how to put a lid on it. I got a parent on my team right now. His ass on 10. He on 10 nonstop. But he know you gotta understand where we trying to go and what we trying to do and what we're trying to put in your churn, right? And your child. Hey, and it's as simple as this, man. I done had several from, man, I can name all these parents, right? Man, that's some of them in his organization now. Some of his parents that was in my org now that was toxic, right? The first thing I tell a parent, man, hey, man, you can take your child and you can go, because that's not what we doing. I'm already here,
Yeah.
and we already We don't need you doing that. Your job as a parent is to enjoy your child, and we know what we putting in the kids. See, when you know what you putting inside of a kid, you know when these kids, these children getting better, they getting better and better and better, and they parents see the results, they gonna pipe down. But you just tell them, man, we not doing that, man. You can take your child and go. And I think a lot of people deal with a lot of toxic behavior and deal with a lot of bad parents because they feel they don't want to lose a child.
Right.
So they tolerate it. You know, and once you grow a tolerance, you grow a high tolerance. Oh, I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide.
Right.
They don't never sit down and, hey man, you could go. Say, brother, we not doing that. If you can't, man, I'm not worrying about you, man, cheering for your child, cheer for your child. You're supposed to.
Right.
Hey man, I'm not worrying about you praising your child or none of that. But hey man, when you're with me, you're representing me.
Right.
You're representing what we're doing. And at the end of the day, what I've learned over the years, I don't even be in that. People always talk, Lola, man, I don't even be in half of this shit.
Right.
But just because it's my org,
Right. They push you in there.
it's low.
Right.
It's, man, for instance, man, they had a fight with 2 teenage girls at the park we play at, we practice at.
Right. I heard about that.
Had nothing to do with the organization. Had nothing to do with our kids. The girls was 14, 15 years old.
Right.
In LA this, none LA there. They all, I'm like, man, it ain't even got nothing to do with us. You know, but, you know, man, that's just how it goes sometimes. That's just how it goes. But when you let them kids, man, you know, you don't deal with the parents, man. You tell them what it is, either they're gonna fall in line or they don't. But when you let them kids, man, you're gonna do anything and everything in your power to help them kids. Yeah. And sometimes, you know, man, you gotta help coach the parents too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta help coach the parents. Sometimes you gotta break it down to them.
Well, Tori, I mean, you can speak on that. You a teen mom.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of the negativity is spewed toward, you know, sometimes not even the coaching staff because, you know, we're on the field or sometimes, you know, the parents look at the teen moms as an easy target.
Almost definitely.
Because they like, well, hey,
me.
man, you know what? I'm going to take my frustration out on the teen parent because,
Yeah.
you know, so how do you deal with that?
I don't. I really don't.
Right.
I don't have, I don't know. I don't get the district. I have come across you, and you know this.
Right.
I have come across a couple of them, and I kind of send them your way. But
Right.
other than that, it's like, look, we're going to deal with this. We're going to talk it out. We're all adults.
Right.
I don't do none of that. Oh, he said, she said. Oh, well, this is what. No, I don't do that.
Right.
We're going to handle it like adults. And if you can't, then I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you know, from my perspective, you know, anytime you're dealing with toxic parents, all right, you know, to me, the first thing that you have to do is you got to identify what's causing them to be toxic.
Right.
You know, my man had made a comment earlier when it's like, you know, these parents are trying to live through their kids. You can never satisfy a parent trying to live through their kids.
No.
Never. I don't give a damn what you do.
No.
Because they're trying to capture something that they themselves have never achieved.
It's a void.
You know what I'm saying? It's a void in their life that you can't fill.
Right.
So to me, the first thing is to identify that, right? So if I got a parent, and trust me, we've had a few that come through the outlaw organization,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to where, you know, they're just, man, I'm talking about immersed in their kid. You know, you can't have any conversation without them bringing their kid up.
Right.
You know, man, I was joking around because we had a team a few years ago, and we had a dad, man, and it don't matter what the conversation was, man. He found a way to get his kid
son
involved
is
in the conversation, right? I could be talking about, man, fixing the flat on my car, man. Yeah, I had a blowout. Well, you know, my son, man, you get him out to he'll be able to fix that flat because he learned. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't want to hear about your kid
24/7,
right? You know what I'm saying? So what I've learned is, you know, man, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
You know, and I've told parents, look, hey, man, I don't know what your expectations are, but let me tell you what mine are.
Right.
Yeah.
My expectations are simple. You know what I'm saying? This is a team sport.
Right.
Football is an ultimate team sport, man. If you're more concerned with your kid than the team, there's going to be a problem.
There's going to be a problem
You know what
somewhere.
I'm saying? Because my job is to protect the team. Your job is to protect your kid.
Most definitely.
But if our visions aren't
Aligning up.
aligned,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, then somebody got to go, and it ain't going to be me.
Right.
You know, it ain't going to
Most
be me.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, there's plenty of organizations out there that will tolerate
Yeah.
and put up with what you bring to the table.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, this is not that organization.
Nah.
You know, so when folks ask me, man, well, what has kept you guys around so long? What has kept you guys, you know, so successful. And I say, man, honestly, we got good parents.
Right.
Because our parents don't have a choice but to
Fall in line.
I'm not saying that we perfect.
Right.
Because we've had teams, you know, to where it's like, God damn, it seems like every parent on this team has, you know, we talk about, you know, we just went through this whole thing with COVID, right?
Right.
So we know how infectious stuff can be, right?
Right.
You may just be in the vicinity and boom, it done got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what?
Toxic parents are like that.
Those toxic parents,
Oh yeah.
that shit spreads quickly. You know,
And
so,
it'll kill it all.
yeah, it will kill an org, man. I've seen organizations brought to their knees because they've allowed the wrong people in their organization. You know, so
but some parents don't even start showing their ass until they're actually in the organization.
right, and as
They
soon as
become
they show their ass, you
their
show their ass
kid.
to the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
check 'em.
Because if you don't do it, once again,
They gone.
you know, man, my pastor used to say, you know, back when I used to go to church every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You know, Pastor Marshall probably watching right now. But he said, man, if you let the devil, you can let him in the back seat. Don't do it, because before you know it, he's gonna be driving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't never ask to get in the front seat when they get in the car. Just let me scoot over. Give me a little room. I don't need to do, man, before you know, they're going to take over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening nowadays.
Yeah.
When I look at the audacity of a lot of these parents.
That's the word.
Who will sit up there and tell you to your face,
No.
I don't give a damn about you or this team. If my son ain't the focal point, if I can't post 1,000 videos of my son every day,
Right.
after every game, then it don't matter if we won. You could win 50-0.
Right.
But if little Timmy didn't get 5 touchdowns and he didn't get the MVP, it's a problem.
Man, I'm
You know what
glad
I'm saying?
I got rid of a coach like that with a kid. Man, we was in the
It was a
All-Star
coach?
game. It was a
One of your
coach.
coaches?
It was a coach. Man, we was up. We was up 14-0. Man said, I said, man, what you tripping for? You know me, I'm a check it right then and now.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, man, what are you tripping for, dog? He like, my son didn't get the ball. I'm like, we up. He was like, nah, man. I said, yeah, you gotta go. That was it after that. I ain't got nothing. Hey man, your and this not even my team. This is multiple kids around the city.
Right.
Right.
And your sole focus is your child.
Right.
Man, go take up golf. Go play tennis or something, bro.
Do an individual.
Yeah, go do something that you can, man. Hey man, throw flowers at his feet.
Right.
Man, hey man, I don't man, we got what people don't know, like with this dude, man, they multiple sports. Like
Right.
basketball is their first
Right,
sport.
right.
And nobody really know that until they see us on the court.
Right.
Man, all them rings, man, that shit up.
Right.
Man, I just put it out the other day because we did a challenge. But man, that's up.
Man, look, let me say this
Shit
real
up,
quick.
man.
Wait, time out. Let me take the time really quick. Blaze, I see you. We see you. Y'all, he has a semi-pro football game that's coming up on Sunday. So
Yeah, hey, Blaze, if you can, man,
Yeah.
send me the link to it. I'd love to check it out.
Okay.
If you send the link, man, to my DM, man, I'll definitely check it out, bro.
Thank you.
Blaze has been supporting us from day one, and we definitely appreciate
Yeah.
that support, man. But
Thank you.
what I was getting ready to say is, when it comes to roster, man, like I said, I've been a fan of this kid, and it's easy to be, okay, so let me say this right now. As a coach and as an adult, it's okay to be fans of kids that you don't coach.
Most definitely.
Right? So, because I have parents that always say to me, well, why you praise these other kids? Because they don't play for me. I don't have to deal with the egos every day or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But
Why
if
does anybody question you about that?
because some people don't have that love in their heart for the kids.
Yeah.
Man, I don't give a damn who we play. I don't give a damn what the outcome is. If I see a kid on the other team busting his ass after the game, I'm gonna give him a hug and prop him up and say, hey man, way to get out there and be a leader.
Right.
Way to get out there and get it, because the end goal is much bigger than this fucking football game.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what those words of positivity may
Could
mean
do
to
to a
that
kid. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when it's coming from somebody who
Like
they're
you.
viewing
Yes,
as, man, this dude is on the other team. He don't give a damn about us, because let's be real with it. As you football coaches, that's kind of what we instill in our kids. Don't nobody give a damn about y'all. It's us against the world, blah, blah, blah. But then, and that's just for a competitive advantage.
Right.
But after the game is over with, and you get a coach from another org to show your kids some love, man, them kids walk away saying, damn, that shit was powerful, right? So anyway, I have had some of my own parents say, man, well, you don't praise our kids like that. it seems like enough is never enough when it comes to our kids. But, you know, you can praise other kids, and that's what it is, man. So for my kids that I coach, I love the shit out of them.
Right.
I wouldn't trade none of them for any kid. You know what I'm saying? But my job is not to praise them. My job is to help them become better people, better players, better kids, better students, or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
I've never coached roster, right? I've only had the opportunity to watch him play against us and play against other teams.
Right.
What did I tell you? I said the only time I'm not rooting for the kids is when
We
he's playing
for
against us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I'm cheering them on and stuff or whatever, right? But anyway, I've come to you on certain occasions and says, you don't give your kid enough credit, man.
Yeah.
Man, he could, man, brother, the dude is out there leaving everything on the field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that's in the moment competitive stuff, because I know you put your arm around him when y'all get in the car and you tell him how much you love him and how much you appreciate his effort, because he's a natural born leader, right?
Most definitely.
But the point I'm making is this, man. As talented as your son is, not just roster, but all of your kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rarely do I see any posts of him.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you. We had a little scrimmage last night, right?
Yeah.
Right? We had a scrimmage. Outlaws in LA.
Yeah.
Man, we out there trying to help each other get better.
Yeah.
I seen posts from other parents from NLA.
Yeah.
I ain't seen no posts of roster.
Right.
And we know that, man, he's a key to that damn ignition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, once again, when it comes to certain aspects of being a coach, being a role model, being a leader, you know what I'm saying? We try to teach our parents, the correct way to move.
Right.
If you're constantly posting about your kids, that opens up the floodgates for everybody else to do it.
Man.
When you don't do it, hopefully what you're teaching the other parents is like, hey, man, it's not about an individual.
Right.
It's about the team. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, going back to you, Tori, I know even with you being a teen mom, you've come to me on several occasions with issues you've had with parents, right? And you just like, man, Fred, I don't get it. And I'm just like, man, we try to be understanding, but sometimes, let's be real with it, man. And we're going to use the word toxic, you know what I'm saying, to categorize these parents, because they bring a level of dysfunction, to the team. You know what I'm saying? Cancer. And that got to be eliminated.
Yeah. They're cancer.
But it won't. It won't. People, and I hate to use that term, living through your kids, but people forgot what the whole purpose of this is. People forgot why we even doing this, why we out here. Man, and when you don't have nobody that's going to put you in line, and when you don't have, like I said, man, sometimes you got to help coach and guide these parents also, and people, just imagine, Fred, your whole life somebody been telling you your son been 5, 6 years old. Oh, he a dog, he a dog, man, right? Everybody praising him, everybody, and what you, as parents, you start to soak that up. As parents, you start to, yeah, man, my son is better than everybody.
Right.
Yeah, they start to feed their ego too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Their chest gets bigger.
And then it gets to that point where you can't control it. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't. Man, I sit here and I watch parents, bro, and I sit back and I'm like last night it was a scrimmage. Right,
but they they get high off of that.
They get off into it, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna give a shout out to one of my former players, man, Patrick Avalez, man. Super proud of you, military man, great father, man. He just a great kid. Period.
Right.
What he said was, man, we've taught these guys more than just football, and that's what's important to me,
man.
Right, because at the end of the day, man, them trophies. Man, they break.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
They get dusty.
The rings, they lose them.
Turn, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But you go in my car right now. They all over.
Just threw it there because that's not what's important, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of the biggest cons that has ever been brought to youth football is this notion of giving kids rings, man. And I know in the NFL, you win, you get the ring, and but these are probably $20,000, $30,000 rings, man.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, I want one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It got some value to it.
Right.
We talking about $5 rings,
$6 rings,
$10 rings
from overseas.
From overseas, man. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That we've placed this. Parents have placed this huge
value.
value on.
Man,
to the point that where they'll go fight, they'll go put a strap on you.
Man, I went live this morning and I talked about that. I said, man, y'all folks is crazy. Y'all folks is really lost. Let me tell you something. If that goddamn $60 trophy and $5 ring mean that much to you, man,
You can have it.
man, I'll go every year. I'll go buy some.
Right.
Every year I'll go buy some if it's that important.
Right.
Man, I had a parent tell me, man, Coach Lowe, man, you gotta come coach this age group. I said, well, damn, I'm coaching 2, 3 of them. Like,
Right.
I can only coach so many.
Right.
Man, we gotta win. We just gotta win. We gotta win. I said, that's what you worried about? Yeah, but your age group wins and the younger age group wins, but we don't win. I said, man, is your child getting better?
Right.
Has he progressed from where he was at? Has he gotten better? See, so when I went on that topic this morning, I said, y'all so lost. You know why you lost? Because you don't know what you looking for. Y'all sit up here. Let me tell you something. Y'all want somebody to pour into y'all kids, but y'all don't want to pour into y'all kids. You want to sit here and talk about, oh man, San Antonio. No, San Antonio got it, but the difference between San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas is, man, them people real about a lot of stuff. Them people investing in their kids. Y'all go invest in smoking and drinking. Y'all go invest in partying. You go invest in clothes, but you don't want to take the time out and invest into your child. Go get him a trainer. He need to lose weight. Go get him a strength and conditioning trainer. He need to get faster. Go put his ass in track. Right. You invest in your child, right? And we don't do that. I tell them all the time. You know what my saying is? If we go to practice for 3 days a week, for 2 hours, how many hours that is at the end of the week?
That's 6 hours.
That's 6 hours. Let me ask you a question. Hey, Fred, I'll pay you $30 an hour. You coming? If you only work 6 hours a week, you coming?
Yeah.
Is that enough? For 6 hours a week, for $30 an hour, that's enough to feed your family?
No.
Okay, so that's enough to pay your bills.
Nope.
So you gonna jump on that opportunity? You ain't jumping on that opportunity, right?
No.
So why don't you guys invest in your children? We are football coaches. We are volunteers. We have your child for 6 hours a week. For 6 hours a week, and I got 25 of them. What can I do with 6 hours a week and 25 kids?
Look, man.
I'm gonna need. Look, I need to take that, bottle that up, because there are so many parents who come to the coaches and they're like, "Well, my son didn't do this, or my son, you would." Look, that's one coach or 6 coaches compared to the 25, 30. Like, you got to do something on your own.
And what people don't realize is, as coaches, we're putting in game plans. Mm-hmm. The one thing I'm blessed to say I learned from Brian Burleson, from Brother B, man, is, man, he sat down and he showed me what it is to be assignment orientated. He showed me what it takes to how serious you guys got to take a practice plan. See, man, before he showed me this, we just get out there and play football. Right. Oh, man, we go offense, we going to go. No, he showed me
some structure involved.
Man, I ain't know what assignment orientated was meant, but now I know. Now I understand. Man, people nowadays, man, we get so caught up in the wrong things. We get so focused on the wrong things, and that's why you see the results you see. That's why you see, man, I watched football for the last 2 weeks. I said that. This is horrible. It's horrible. No, fam, it's bad, fam. It's almost to the point where I want to put a coaching clinic together.
Ain't nobody gonna come.
Man,
ain't nobody gonna come. You know why? Once again, we talked about this last show, right?
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is this, man, if they don't initiate the movement, they won't support it. And that's here in San Antonio, right?
The mindset is different.
It's
here.
like, man, there's so many opportunities for greatness in the city if you could get folks. Right. And I ain't gonna say get folks to unite, because I'm over that.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
You don't even have to unite. You just have to embrace the greatness, right? You just embrace the greatness from within your own org. Just embody some of the same philosophies of success, right? So I know when I've had people show me success, man, I soak it up, dude. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sponge. I'm gonna soak all that up, man. And I'm gonna give them their credit for the game. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from anybody, man. You know, so in San Antonio, right? Okay, so this past week, right? And you made I don't know if it was yesterday or today, right? You made a post. You said, man, there's a lot of goofy ass posts that's been put on this forum this week, right?
Yep.
So for those of you that don't know, man, I love going to the San Antonio youth page just to get shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, hold on.
Just be entertained.
Hey, yeah, let me see what they talking about this week. All right, cool. We're going to talk about that, or we're going to pull it out or whatever, right?
Man.
So, you know, you get some of these folks, man, who they have no clue. Absolutely no clue, right? You said invest in your kids. Man, you know, I'm going to give a shout out to Willie Nelson, you know, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you why. Before Willie Nelson started training, you know, he may have been training already, but before I knew that he was actually training, Willie Nelson was providing free camps to any kid in any organization where they can come out and get work. You know, that was he was one of the first people in San Antonio that I knew to do that. And that was years and years and years and years ago.
Okay.
He invited the Outlaw organization to come to participate. I think we sent about 50 kids out there. Every last one of the kids had a good time. He didn't try to recruit none of the kids or whatnot, right? Now, over time, you know, man, he started investing in his business. He started investing into some of these kids, right? So, as a football coach, I love it. Whether you're going to Willie, you know, I'll give a shout out to Fernando Torres. I'll give a shout out to James Henry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And any other Stuart Franks, any of these other guys that's out there training.
Yeah.
And no, they ain't gonna train these kids for free.
No.
You know what I'm saying? None of them. They shouldn't have to.
If anybody expects them to,
But the thing is this though, as a football coach, I appreciate those guys.
Right.
Because I'm not a football trainer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a football coach.
Right.
So there's a certain level of acumen that you need to bring to the table when you show up to the football field. Because a parent will say, hey, man, my son has never played before,
Right.
but they expect him to get out there and run with the big dogs. And they say, okay, hold on, man, before he can even lace his cleats up, man, he got to at least be able to do a push-up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, has he done anything on his own?
Right.
Right? So, you know, Willie Nelson to me was a person who galvanized that because he was one of the first trainers in the city. That's whether you like the guy or not. You cannot take away from the fact that he stepped out on the ledge and did something that nobody else was doing at the time.
Yeah.
So now when you see all these trainers, you know what I'm saying, you got to give credit to him for taking that leap of faith and saying, you know what, hey, man, I was doing this shit for free. But, man, you know, now, hey, you know what? My product is good enough where it speaks for itself and it translates to the football field to where come get some of this.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? The time that we don't have as coaches, because like you said, 6 hours a week, man, and you can't even say it's a full 6 hours because half of that, you know what I'm saying, is late. Kids got to leave early. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you know, shout out to those guys. Matter of fact, Willie is going to be, I'm going to get Willie on the show. You know, he and I have been in discussions, you know, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we can get him on here because that's what we're about, man.
This what I'm going to say with a lot of trainers in San Antonio that irks my nerve. It really, when you know, and I'm not speaking on one particular trainer, but like, let's say for instance, man, we had a guy come in this city that could have offered something so special to these kids in the city of San Antonio. His work has been proven. Man, you want to talk about a method. You want to talk about a mad scientist. Man, what his name was that he came from Atlanta?
Coach O.
Coach Larry Owens. Man, y'all missed out. Y'all missed out on an opportunity because in San Antonio, what I don't like is what I don't like from a lot of trainers, and it's not saying you guys can't learn, you guys can't go get recertified for it, anything like that. But I hate somebody that says, "Oh, I'm a strength and conditioning trainer," right? Or, "Hey, I'm a wide receiver coach,"
right?
"Hey, I'm a running backs coach," "Hey, I'm a basketball trainer,"
right?
Right. I hate to see these dudes that say that, I'm this and I'm that. But I see you training volleyball. You training this, you training that. Man, and this is the problem with it. To me, you're taking away from those guys that really do that. Man, if you like Larry Owens, one thing I loved about Larry Owens, the man said, man, I am an old line coach.
Right.
This is what I teach.
Bring them to me.
This is what I do. I'm not telling y'all I'm the best trainer. I'm telling you I'm the best O-line coach in this city. Right? So, man, I can rock with people like that. Man, what I can't rock with, and it's just me, dog. Man, I'm not one of those people that, man, because I believe in a lot of times people are misled.
Right.
A lot of times parents are misled. And when you go to these trainings, because I've been to a couple of these cats that you spoke on, I've been to their facilities and I train with them, and I say, oh, I do this in my sleep. This what y'all charging me for? This what you talking about?
Well, look, so not to cut you off, but see, that's also when parents need to do their research.
You got to, but parents don't know what they looking at, Fred.
Because for one, like my man Carl said, man, look, I don't deal with basketball.
Right.
So, man, I don't know no basketball drills and stuff like that or whatever, but football is fundamental.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I say it's fundamental, you don't need any equipment to go out there and train for football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just need the heart and the desire to get out there and do it.
Go do it, yeah.
Or whatnot. Some of these trainers that don't have the expertise, man, if they show love to each other, they could still help the kids because, like you said with Coach O, right? Coach O just specialized in working with offensive linemen.
Yeah.
And then he worked with defensive linemen as well, right?
Right.
So let's just say if I'm a trainer, right? I'm just a general trainer. I get offensive linemen to come to me. I ain't I'm okay. I'm blah. I'm mid. They're training offensive linemen, right?
Right.
Or whatever and stuff. And they come to me. What should I really be doing? I should be referring those guys to Coach O.
Or both y'all coming together.
Or say, hey, man, look, let's figure out somehow we can work this together to get the kids better. But San Antonio, once again, is that type of city to where they just say, you know what?
Hey.
Nah, I don't fool with him.
Yep.
I don't mess with him. And then you know who ends up suffering?
The kids.
The kid.
Come on, man.
The kid.
Come on,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? We get kids to come to the Outlaws all the time, man. And I just tell them, man, we're not a mandatory play organization. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that we don't tolerate. If it's not a good fit for us, meaning if we can't help your kid get to the next level of where they need to be at, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna refer you to the organization that probably has a better fit for you.
And we've done that with each other.
Right. We've sent kids back and forth to each other.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I know there was a couple of age groups y'all didn't have. Boom, y'all sent them to us.
Yeah.
There was some kids, and honestly, I probably have some parents who'll be upset with me about this. And I said, you know what? The kid will be better served over there because they have a stronger group than we have.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go over there and rock with those dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it comes full circle. You know, man, in the circle of giving, you know what I'm saying? You're going to always receive back.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And once again, I think once San Antonio gets to that level, you'll see the kids start to rise to the top, right? So I'm going to switch up the conversation just a bit, right?
Wait, before you do that, I have a challenge because I hear what y'all are saying. I know there are very well qualified people in the city of San Antonio when it comes to training, when it comes to fundamentals, whatever. So can I challenge you, Fred, to put up on your page, U Sports page, just a blurb saying, hey, post what you specialize in. Willie Nelson, he has his thing. I know you said you don't train people, but whatever, put your specialty up there just so people can know because there needs to, the hate needs to stop in this city.
I'm gonna tell you what, somebody's already kind of started that challenge. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think Clayton put up a post earlier today about wrestling and some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think DEFCON offers wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is this, man. My hat goes off to that situation because it's somebody saying, "Hey, man, I don't have the answer to that."
Right.
Right.
But let me find somebody who does.
somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that's the attitude that we started to embrace here,
man,
You know, you can get rid of the bullshit subliminals. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my next topic. You know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of got a pet peeve of the subliminal messages when it comes to our San Antonio organization.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
because I like to have fun with that one.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you the pros and the cons to that from what I do.
Right.
Right. Like, so when you sit here and you say subliminal messaging, right? When you see somebody put something up, they talking at somebody, but they not directing it.
Right.
Right. So, you know, I do that all the time. I have fun with it. Right. If I'm one of those people, right? Man, I keep trying to tell people, bro. I say this over and over, bro. A man only know what you tell him and see what you show him. Right. I sit here and I play people, and I don't want to say gullible, but people are so silly at times that they think that you a fool, right? They think that, man, I will put something up on purpose just to get everybody going. Right. Because it's nothing to do. Right. So it's entertainment. So it's strictly entertainment. Right. And they don't know that. They think it's real. They think it be like, man, let me tell you something. Man, I didn't got to tell with several people from, man, within your organization, bumping heads, and I never get to that moment where I want to fight, right? People think you want to fight, but I don't want to fight because I know I'm going to really go with that shit. Right. I don't want to fight, so I be having fun, but I know I done got you so out of pocket. I done put them batteries in your back. It's a wheel. I'm driving you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they bite on it every time. And I sit here and I say, God damn, y'all still biting on it? Right. Man, come on, bro. Like, man, that shit just be entertainment. Well, like, this shit like wrestling.
So let me give you my take on it, right? So that's fun. We've all done that. I'm talking about the real shit. Okay. So when I say a subliminal message, like, let's just say me and you had beef. Okay. Right? We acknowledge the beef. Okay. We know there's beef. So if I send out a sub to you, you know exactly who it's directed. Oh, he talking to me. Right. I ain't put your name on it.
But you know, yeah.
But you know directly who it's aimed for. You know what I'm saying? See, the problem I have is when these jokers, let's just say me and you don't know let's say I got a beef with you. Okay. But you don't know I got a beef with you. Oh, yeah. Because you just saw me and I'm dapping you up. Oh, what's up, low, man? We chilling, blah, 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 whatever. But then the next day, man, these whole ass, think to take this, that, and whatever, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now you on the post liking it. Right. And I'm like, dude. So what I'm saying is that's weak to me.
But that's weak to me. You got a lot of that, though. You know why? Because they don't got no nuts.
They don't have no nuts.
Man, they don't stay. I say this every live. I say, man, y'all don't stand on nothing. They don't stand on nothing, brother. You sitting around a bunch of. If I show you my inbox of the congratulations I got, low, congrats, low, and I don't even reply to them. You know why?
It's fake love.
Because if you can't take the time to acknowledge me in public, yeah, don't do it in private.
Don't. It means
you know why? Because you didn't say some shit about me around the motherfuckers that's talking crazy about me, right? And you can't even acknowledge it because you running with the flow. Like I tell a motherfucker, if check your partners, that's always coming back to you, telling you what another man didn't see.
You already know what that is.
Come on, man. Say so.
Like it's nothing to get back to.
Come on, say it. But look,
why are they comfortable? Come on, man. Why are they comfortable? Yeah.
And you my partner.
Right.
Why are you telling me? Like, come on, brother. Like, man, come on, man. Come on, why you like that? Man, get from around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut you off instantly, dog. Now it's a difference if a man come to you like, man, we done had several conversations, Fred, and it never comes back. I'll be like, man, it's not that I even want to tell you, but I'll be like, man, you know, such and such over there tripping. Right, right. But I'm putting you on game, letting you know what it is versus saying a motherfucker sitting around there talking about you. Right. And I mean, I got the same, man, it got so bad. Let me tell you why I stopped posting, why I stopped talking, why I took everybody off my Facebook, right? Why I went. People say, man, Lo, why you took me out? Man, I don't want to see your shit. I don't want because it's all fake. I started to get text now numbers to my phone. People were screenshotting conversations in everybody organization. Right. And sending them to me. I'm listening. I'm looking at these folks talk about my churn, talk about man, they said I beat my wife. They said I be beating the kids at the foot. Man, if y'all don't know my wife, man, y'all crazy as a motherfucker. You talking about beat.
Anybody who think that is a goddamn lie.
Man, I say, if anything, I need 211.
Right.
I need a little spouse support. You know what I mean? Like, shit. But, man, I say, man, this is what San Antonio come to?
Man, listen.
Man, these folks is texting me from private numbers.
So, man, look, me and you having this conversation one time. You say, I'm going to send you something real quick, man.
Right.
And you laughing. So you send it to me. Oh, it's from the text now number, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's a whole conversation. And I'm just saying, wow, this shit is crazy to me, man. Right? Because, you know, I mean, it looked authentic. It looked like the conversation actually took place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
But I just don't think the people knew that what was
going
on.
on.
Information was going to be utilized or whatever, right?
Facts.
So anyway, my whole point is this. When I look at it and I say, man, I don't give a shit about that. You know what I'm saying? I say it because the one thing when it comes to me personally, right? I can't speak on other folks personally, but I can speak on myself personally. No one, and let me say this real quick, man. This ain't me trying to act like I'm big and I'm bad or nothing like that or whatever stuff. But the people closest to me know how I am. And I always say this, man, listen. Bruh, if the person can't come tell me themselves, I don't need you to tell them. I don't need you to tell me for them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't address nothing
Right.
that don't come directly from that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't get a lot of, well, I ain't gonna say, no one has ever come to me and said, Fred, I got a problem with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're not.
But
Man.
I know
The
that people got
platform.
problems with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's just me trying to be authentic. So, of course, when it comes to the respect level, I respect folks that come direct.
Right.
I done jumped in inboxes before and said, hey, homie, hey, man,
what it
bruh,
is?
hey, that post, hey.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Me
some
too.
type of way about that post, man.
Me too.
Because, you know.
Me too.
And that deserves a conversation. Do you have enough respect for me to at least jump on the phone? And they jump on the phone, and by the time, okay, all right. And I've resolved several issues that way.
And it'd be a conversation.
That's all that it is.
It'd be a conversation.
That's all that it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now, you know, with you know, look, man, and I'm a y'all probably don't remember this, right? Mm-hmm. But man, when we first started the Outlaw organization, they used to have this message board, right? It was anonymous because everybody can go in there and just post.
You talking about the Typha one?
It was like a type of message
board.
board. Yeah,
I seen it. I was on that. And this was years ago.
Hey, we was all on there.
But it was expiring, and I was on it like 2 years ago.
Right.
And I'm like, the reason how I found out about it, somebody screenshotted that shit and sent it to me. And then, like you said, it's an anonymous board.
Right.
And it was saying
It's still active?
it was.
I mean,
a couple years ago.
It probably ain't gonna be no new content on
Yeah.
that, but I'm telling you,
Man, I seen
back
something.
then,
But the
Man,
old-
look,
it's-
like, hey, you want to talk about some wild stuff,
Man.
Because back then, like it was complete. You couldn't figure out who it was,
Right.
And I'm talking about they would come on there with the most outlandish stuff. Hey, man, we saw Coach such and such wife. You know,
everybody know about it.
coming
Dang.
out the you know,
Yeah.
the whatever. You like, damn,
Man,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
seen one. They were like, man,
This is on Facebook?
this motherfucker
No, it's-
download nappy head ass can't coach, but always I was rolling. I was
Right.
like, oh shit, but it was
Yeah.
anonymous.
But it's anonymous.
Yeah.
So then, you know, of course, that's when Facebook became a little bit more popular and stuff or whatever. But anyway, the whole point that I'm saying is this. So when I look at these subliminals, right?
Right.
It's like, man, you see a lot of guys who seem like they have animosity toward people, but those people don't know that. So my thing is this: San Antonio youth sports, man. If you got a problem with somebody,
Drop your nuts.
the first time that person hears about that problem shouldn't be via social media.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
Facts.
man, we don't live in a perfect
Like,
society.
say
You
that
don't have,
again.
It should not be through social media.
Social media. And
You know
it
what I'm
shouldn't,
saying?
doesn't have to be.
I tell folks this shit all the time, man, because once again, man, you know, Fred, you see this post? Nah, man, I ain't been on social media today. You know what I'm saying? Man, such and such said this, man, we're good for them. Man, they talking about the Outlaws, man. Oh, well, the shit ain't stopped nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it still just goes back to us as men, right? The leaders of organizations clamping down saying, man, we're not going to tolerate this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because every organization has these parents, they have these coaches, you know what I'm saying? And they have these supporters that just don't have any limit to the disrespect, to the confusion, to the drama that they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, I just wanted to address that with subliminals because it seemed like this past week it was a lot of subliminals.
Yeah, real quick, Fred. So we're having, I don't want to say issues, but not everybody's able to view this.
Because if you're not a friend, it shows up as blocked. That's why I was texting you last time. So, man, what I think you guys should do so everyone can view it, I don't know if y'all have a page for this, for the show.
You got to tap in page.
So, man, y'all need to start going live and streaming from the page because when you go from your page, it just show up. It said, it's content not available.
Okay.
Friends.
Yeah, it's not that. You got it. If you're gonna do that, when you set it up, set it to open. Because right now you probably got it on views for friends only. Yeah, private for friends. So you gotta open that. You gotta open it. Just put public before you go live.
During the
I'm
live?
Jay because we got Jay right now. Hey, Jay, is there a way that we can change that up, Jay?
Because it's only. No. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We're working on it,
y'all.
y'all.
So we're gonna work on it.
Yeah.
Try to get it done or whatnot. But we also got the YouTube page. So if Jay, if you can drop that YouTube link.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
so
you can so you guys can always go to YouTube.
Thank you.
And catch it as well, man.
Because I know that some people are trying to tag others who can't see because y'all two are clearly preaching and speaking a word that everybody needs to hear in San Antonio. So we want everybody to be able to see and hear it because this is clearly y'all speaking to somebody.
So Chris put man low. They not gonna drop their nuts, man. They're not gonna put a name on it. That's what Chris Russell was saying. Basically, when it come to these coaches and parents, you know what I'm saying? And hold on. Let me say, man, we're not promoting violence. We're not saying people need to meet up and box it out. We're just saying simply,
if you got a problem, sis, if I don't like you, brother, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm one of them people, you gonna feel it. I'm not gonna shake your hand. I'm not
exactly.
I'm gonna keep it pushing. So man, I'm not gonna entertain you, dog. And that's what need to be said. Like at the end of the day, dog, man, it's okay, bro. Like, man, we as men, bro, we can disagree. We can agree to disagree.
Right.
I made a post about that. It's so fake. Y'all feel like y'all gotta. If somebody, you gotta go kick it with them in the club, and you gotta go chill at their house, and you gotta be at their baby shower, and you gotta do all this shit to feel relevant.
Right.
In the moment, you know, the realest shit somebody told me was, if you want to see if the love ever real, switch teams.
Yeah, let's lead the organization.
Yeah.
Move around.
Right.
Watch the phone call stop coming. Watch you stop getting the comments. Watch you stop getting the likes. Watch you stop getting the support.
Because all of a sudden your son is trash now.
Come on, bro. All of a sudden the organization ain't shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just how people set up. A lot of these people are set up, man. They wired wrong, brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They wired wrong, man. A bunch of can't get rights, man.
Now look, hold on, man. All right, so Rasta, you've been sitting over there patient. You know what I'm saying, man? We got to give you some mic time, man. You know what I'm saying? Young superstar, you know, definitely a future millionaire, billionaire in the making.
You owe me some money.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's on your heart, man? What you want to talk about? I know your dad was telling me how proud you was of the highest GPA and all that kind of stuff or whatever, man. What you want to talk about today?
Tell him, man. Tell him about your. What
you Fourth. Okay.
And right now, man, who got the highest GPA in the school?
Me.
Good job.
Man, ask us some questions. Just ask.
Well, look, I'm gonna say this, right? Because once again, because I know Rasta, I followed him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him away from the football field, away from the basketball court. You know, adults can be cruel, man. You know, adults can be insensitive or whatnot. So normally when a kid with his type of gift is out there stunting on your kid, somebody else's kid, you know, man, parents take that shit personal. Right? So they will try to attack the kid personally. You know? So one of the things that I love about you, Ross, and I'm going to tell you this right now, is most of the personal attacks that they think they can levy against you, they fall void. You know why? Because they can't say, oh, he's just a dumb athlete. No, you're not. You're the smartest kid in your class. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, he's just a hood kid, man, and football is all he got. No, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to LSU. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to college. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, man, he's just a ghetto kid, man, who probably come from a one-parent household. Nope, that ain't true. My mom and dad, both in my same household. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I am achieving, you know, on a much higher level than what any of y'all can ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? So they can keep all that hate that they gear towards you. You know what I'm saying? But you just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. And getting out there, like I said, look, man, and I don't know if it's true or not. So I was talking to my son the other day, right? We was in the car, and he was like, I took his phone from him. And I was like, man, give me a code and stuff with it. He's like, man, I can't give you my code, Dad. I'm like, nah, I need to see what's in your phone, man, because, and I was just messing around with him, but he didn't want to give me the code, right? I said, so look, man, I'm not gonna give you your phone until you give me the code. So he ended up giving me the code and stuff, whatever, right? And of course, it wasn't nothing in his phone, but he was like, I said, well, man, who the hell you be talking to? I was talking to Roster, and I said, well, hold on, man, you was talking to Roster? I said, man, now this real shit. I didn't know that you and Darian talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So when he told me that, I was like, wow, okay. So when me and Lo had the conversation last night, it was crazy because we so stuck in adult stuff that, you know, sometimes we overlook the fact that these kids are friends. They have relationships with each other that we don't even know about. Man. So when you out there talking shit about another kid as a dumbass parent, oh, well, this kid ain't this kid ain't that. Whole time that's his partner. And he may be helping your kid to achieve greatness.
And that's how it is.
What Darian was helping you do?
Make videos.
Making videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but people don't even, like you said, they don't even realize that we so caught up in the moment. These children respect each other,
right,
and have a level of love for each other,
yeah,
and are real friends,
right.
That you can't even see that.
And look, trust me, nowadays it's special for these kids to have actual friends. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like a kid that they can actually go play with, because most of these kids' friends are online. You know what I'm saying? They don't see them. You know, everything is based off of likes and views and hearts and all this thumbs up or whatever. So when you got a kid that they can actually, they'll go out there, you know, and I know this is cliche, but just, I mean, they go out there and they'll play and, you know, play a football game. And after the game, you got dads fighting, moms fighting, and what the kids over there doing.
But they
kids over there playing with each other. Setting the example for us as adults.
Right. Setting the example for us that's why I love kids. They don't judge. Kids show you their heart, dog. Man, people as adults, I don't like the way he talk. I don't like.
Right.
Do that. Man, man. Once they accept you, they accept you.
Right.
Yeah. It is what it is. Like,
right.
Man, that's why, man, I love kids so much, bro. Like, that's why I still be out here doing it. That's why I maybe like, man, look, man, people don't know this, man. Literally, I get 4 hours of sleep every day.
Right.
That's it. 4 hours of sleep every day.
Yeah, nigga, I had to get out the phone with your ass last night because I said, bro, I got to get 8. I used to be able to go off the phone.
You need your beauty
sleep. Yeah, I said, hey, man, I got to get my 8 here now.
So we have a question.
Okay.
For you. Give him the mic back, Dad. So somebody wanted to know what your workout routine is. How do you get prepared? Do you work out every day?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So what do you do? What does a daily workout look like for you?
Just like wake up, do like 200 push-ups with my brother. We hit the weights. Mm-hmm.
Not the weights like that. But we got the curl ball.
Yeah.
But we don't put no weights on it for them. Only for the older one. But for him, man, what people gotta realize is, man, at this age, their bodies are still growing,
still developing. Right.
The best thing I will always tell people to get the kids is
we in a commercial now? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, we didn't mean to cut. I don't mean to cut you off.
Hey, look, we're gonna take it, man. Look, don't go nowhere. Yeah. All right, man. We're gonna take like a 2-3 minute commercial break, man, just to get a few technical situations squared away. We gotta.
It's crazy, yeah. It's crazy. The weather is crazy.
We got a good show going on right now, man. Do not leave. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a quick 2 or 3 minute commercial. We're going to be right back. We still got some good stuff we want to talk about as well, man. So hang in there with us.
Thank you so much for being patient with us. We're back. We are sitting here with Fred and Don Low, and we're almost done, but we've already gone over a lot of good things. So we've posted our YouTube page. So go back and just go through it, run through it, share it, like it, all of that good stuff. But we do want to go over something that Fred and Don Low had. They want to go over and talk about. So
right. Okay. Now, just before we get off into that, once again, just to reiterate what Tori said, man, we appreciate you guys' patience. Once again, we're still trying to make this platform to where everybody can tap in with us, right? Yeah. So, definitely forgive us as we kind of go through the growing pains of trying to make the podcast live for everybody. All right, so we do have the YouTube channel. If you can't get in on Facebook, man, tap in with us on YouTube. I do think that we have that up. We also have a tap-in page. Yeah, so the YouTube is up and going. We also have a tap-in page that you can get through Facebook. If you DM me, I'll try to send you out an invite so you can like and share that so you can come on that way as well. So once again, man, we appreciate the viewership, man. When we bring special guests on like Rasta and Don Low, you know what I'm saying? We expect people to tap in with us, man, because these are public figures, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, but okay. So one of the things, man, that since I have you here, Low, that I wanted to address is this, man. I consider myself, to be an elder statesman of youth football in San Antonio.
Right.
Right. And at the end of the day, I do feel like I have a responsibility to the football community, just outside of the Outlaws, to make sure that, man, youth football is a safe place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to address something that, most folks probably wouldn't address.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking to you about it now, but I haven't talked to the other party, so hopefully he doesn't find any malice in what I'm about to say or whatnot. But there's been a situation I think that's been ongoing. We got the cameras on tonight. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, so I didn't know. I just want to make sure. All right. So there's been a situation that's been ongoing with, seems like, and I don't want to paint a broad stroke of NLAE versus BCP, Bear County Panthers.
Right.
All right. But it seems like there's been a lot of tension. So I don't know if that's just between a couple of people within each organization,
right,
or if that's like a whole organization thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to kind of give you the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to kind of, speak from the heart, man, on what that situation is, man.
Okay.
And
well, for people that don't know, man, Q Jackson was with us at one point.
Right.
Q Jackson was with us, man. Me and KT Tibbs, man, we decided to, man, bring the organizations together. He had a lot of upper kids. We had the lower age groups, and we just said, hey, man, we stronger together, right? Q hit me and was like, man, Lo, if y'all did that, y'all didn't tell me y'all, we supposed to be brothers, woo to woo. Man, what about me? So I'm like, shit, if you want to come, let's rock out, bro.
Right.
I like that, you know what I'm saying? And man, the thing about mergers, man, when you merge, everybody come from being that one guy, right?
Right.
Like, man, it's hard to have 2 or 3 owners, and people don't realize that, man. It really is hard to have 2 or 3 owners without somebody being the main guy, or somebody being the face, or somebody being the main leader. Long story short, man, it didn't work out, and it didn't really have nothing to do with myself, but, man, those 2 guys really couldn't clash. So, man, it went from there. But the thing with BCP and NLAE is this right here, man. I'm one of those people where you say you the best.
Prove it.
Let's go.
Gotta prove it, right?
Like, I don't like to throw the stones and hide the hands. I don't like the fact that people sit here and they glow boat and they show boat and do all this other shit, and it's not about football. Man, BCP have one of the best 7Us in the city, in San Antonio. Those kids can compete.
Right.
And I feel like, man, a lot of times they hide those kids, and that's just my take on it. I don't, man, when we was FCD and we was 7U, man, I went and played the number 2 team in the nation. I went and played world famous Jags. They YNC run-ups that year. Man, I went out there and I went and played people that kicked our butt. Man, and I think that a lot of times when you coaching youth football, man, these cats say that they doing it for the kids. Well, if you're doing it for the kids, a lot of times San Antonio is a place where it's not about the true development. It's about who got the nicest uniforms, who got the coolest flyers, who got the best concession stands, right? That shit that has absolutely, I would kick your ass in black practice jerseys.
Right.
The whole year, right? So, man, my thing was with them was, man, I thought we had a better enough relationship to the point where, man, hey, say, dog, hey, I rock with you, whoop the whoop, man, line it up. So what people don't know is one of their best players, Jace, man, Bobo, he came from us.
Right.
Brought his daddy into coaching, Coach Jerron, one of the great coaches in San Antonio.
Family, man.
Right, man. Hey, man, that's my dog. And man, the kid Bobo, man, I'm the one named Bobo. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you put a lot into these kids, into these coaches, man. Ron didn't even want coaching. I tell him, man, he's special, man. He's a former, college athlete for track, man. A guy, he knows the stuff, man. And as coaches, he's still growing, but that's the process of it. But, man, these cats saying that they the best and they want to play the best. But in my opinion, man, when we got down there with man, LD Pops, we got down there with OT, we got down there with Jerron. We all had an agreement to make a game happen, man, for the city, right? Man, we wanted to do it for the city, man. Everybody's agreeing. And just like that, man, brother come in tripping, now we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that, And I'm like, man, it's all cool, fine, and dandy, dog. But, man, Q one of those people, man, where, man, just like myself, you either gonna like me or you gonna hate me.
Right.
It ain't no in between. I kind of like low, and if I know you don't like me, I'm gonna make you hate me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna do everything in my power to stand on anything I said. But man, man, with that whole little situation, Fred, honestly, man, it's just, man, at the end of the day, man, we don't rock with them. It is what it is, man. And it's no hard feelings. I don't feel no type of way about it. I just, I'm not gonna do fake. I'm not. Man, I could post a lot of shit that they coaches be in the DMs with. And it's the crazy part. This is what I tell people. How can you say low hating on you, right? When your OC, I'm the one giving them the game. I'm the one on the phone with the cat. I'm the one telling them, hey, nah, OT, you got to look for this. Hey, nah, bro, don't do this because of this. When y'all was playing in the Ricky Sanchez tournament, he scored off of the play. I told him run. Hey, bro, the D ain't getting sucked in. Do this, whoop, whoop, right? Man, I don't have no hate in my heart for nobody, bro, but what I won't do, I won't tolerate fakeness. I won't tolerate, you know what I'm saying, man, all that goofy shit they be doing. I'm not going to tolerate that. I don't care what nobody say. Fred, you say you got the best team you in the city. I feel like I got the best team you in the city. Line that shit up.
Right.
Man, and I think a lot of times, people hide behind these kids, man. People see that they got an opportunity to make money, man, make a certain amount of money, dog, and then they turn around and, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to mess that up because they understand that, hey, man, we not on that level. We can't be on that level. You know what I'm saying? And they utilize that and they hide, fam. They hide the kids. They hide the situation because they want to keep rocking and rolling. They want to keep rocking and rolling. Man, the thing with BCP is, man, BCP 7U or 8U now, they could have played in the Alliance. They could have played in goddamn Gridiron. They could have played in these other leagues. But a lot of times, they sit up here, dog, and they do the total opposite,
right.
And in my opinion, I look at it like this. If you're saying you're the best, if you're saying you're this and that, okay, be that. And don't, cause man, bro, I can really shit on a lot of shit, bro, and expose a lot of stuff, bro. But I ain't even gonna do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, like I said, man, I hate old throw the stone, hide your hand ass nigga. I hate the, man, I like joking around. Man, we was making memes back and forth, having fun, but then, then you want to act too sensitive and get all serious. Like I said, Fred, I'm never mad. It might seem like it, but I'm never mad. I'm never upset, dog. Never.
Right.
Unless my wife is disrespected.
Family or wife, yep.
Or my kids is disrespected.
Right.
Other than that, man, I'm talking shit. I'm having fun. Like, this is, like, once again, it's entertainment. Man, hey, man, guess what? I know if I talk shit to you, if I start talking shit to you right now in May, and I start to hype that game up, that's going to be the most anticipated game in the city. See, but these cats get so sensitive, and they so thin-skinned, they don't understand that. they sit there and they take that shit to heart. Y'all think I take youth football home with me? You think that cause I know I'm gonna address you as a man when I spot you. Man, whenever I see you, I don't care who you is, man, where you at. If I feel any type of way about anything, bro, I'm not gonna sit up there, dog, and oh man, say Fred, I'm holler at you, brother.
Right.
Man, what that was about? Okay, well, look, brother, I took that like this. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, but, you know, a lot of cats nowadays not man enough to do that shit, bro. A lot of cats, like I said, man, they throw the stone and hide their hand, bro. They throw the stone and hide their hand. What Ricky talking about?
Ricky said, you don't want to talk about his meme game.
Talk about-
He feel like he got
Ricky, I two your ass up. I two your ass up on them memes.
Well, look, let me jump in and say this right here, man, because of course, you know, I rock with Q.
Yeah,
I
rock with Q.
You know, I think Q is a good dude. I think Back County Panthers organization as a whole, you know, man, is on the same level as NLA, Outlaws, or whatever, because we all do it, you know, for the right reasons, for the kids, right?
Facts.
You can't take nothing away from those guys.
Man, that man going to sit in schools.
Exactly.
Man, that man is invested in them churn, bro. Like that's why I'm with it. I'm with it.
Right. So my thing is this, man, and you know, and just so the audience understands, this was not premeditated, man. I told Lo right before we came off, and I said, you know, me being the type of person that I am, we having a sit down, and it's public. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people, you know, like he was saying earlier, they had these private conversations, but they won't address none of this stuff in public.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So
But
my
they'll
thing
put
is this:
subliminals in public.
because I deal with you
Right.
in LA, and I deal with Q and Back County Panthers, I said, you know what? I do feel like it's my obligation to try to bring these two sides together, because I don't want to be caught in the middle of none of this. And thankfully, you guys have never put me in the middle of it.
Right.
I'm putting myself in the middle of this right now, simply because I see some of the back and forth, you know, between the two organizations. Once again, we just talked about how parents and coaches be out there beefing, but the kids is playing with each other.
Love each
As you
other.
mentioned, you know, Bobo came from y'all, and he's over there with them.
Right.
You know, Chris, well, I see his wife.
Come on.
I see Jaron. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
These seem like they good, high quality people.
And we still go support them,
Right.
Because that's what real ones do.
And that's what it's supposed to be like. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Right.
So for me, you know, my thing is this. Because I ain't gonna lie, I got people that I don't rock with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those people know who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But from one brother to the next, you know, the only thing that I ask is that, man, whatever that beef is, it stay on the football field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we live in a day and age nowadays to where, you know, man, like you said, you know, you may not take it a certain way because you know it's important to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we also know that
It can go left.
the criteria ain't the same for everybody, because some folks say, you know, but you, man, I ain't gonna do nothing unless my wife or my kids disrespect. Some folks say I don't tolerate no disrespect. I don't give a damn what it's on.
Right.
You could cut me off in traffic.
Right.
And bruh, it's on and popping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could look at me too long, and
Right.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, my thing once again is this, man, and I know the climate in which we operate and we navigate through nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's always a potential for something to go left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of times, the people used to ask me, man, Fred, why you don't take this game? It ain't got nothing to do with being afraid. It ain't got nothing to do with thinking my team going to lose. That had everything to do with saying, bruh, I'm not finna even put myself in that position. You know what I'm saying? For something to go left. Because the one thing as a man and as a leader that I couldn't live with is somebody getting hurt on my watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about the football game. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that not everybody is built the same way.
Facts.
All right? Man, I win the same way that I lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I win, hey, man, good game, man. I'm going home.
Right.
If I lose, hey, man, good game. I'm going home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no capping on either side. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the dub or the L.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not like that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because I know that you're well respected in the community.
Right.
I know Q is well respected in the community. Both of y'all organizations are well respected in the community. And when I say community, I'm talking about the East Side community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, I was on the record last week saying, you know, I think the worst decision ever when the showcase was to divide the shit up.
Split it up.
You know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't the same level of respect and dedication, in my opinion, to the East Side. You know what I'm saying? You know,
at all.
You know, I think Chris Russell did a great fucking job, you know, trying to pull that shit together. But to me, the underlying principle was this. Hell, y'all are two East Side organizations, but I don't even know if y'all motherfuckers will work together because of that.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this, man. Once again, man, I from being in the showcase from 7U and the 9U, I appreciate Chris Russell, man. The man never. When I know it's not right for me, when people start trying to put lids on me, you know what I mean? When people start trying to tell me, Low, you got to go into it like this. Low, you got to do this. Man, that man not once never questioned the coaching style, not once never questioned the staff. Hey, Low, man, you got it? Yeah, I got it. Man, let's go. You know? Man, so, man, I appreciate that, man, because you got some guys, man, like a Ricky Sanchez, you know, that want you to wear all these goddamn jumpsuits. They want you to wear all these goddamn hats. You know, man.
Look, I'm a represent for the West Side, though, because Ricky Sanchez did a great job.
He did. No, he did. And
so,
I
West Side. I don't care. I don't see him represent
you
the
know
West
what's
Side,
funny?
right? I got you, Ricky.
I rock with Ricky. That's really my dog, man. He just was texting me earlier, man, talking about something because we originally, man, Rostam ID said West on our old address, which is the West Side. So he was trying to I got that shit switched to the East Side quick. Yeah, hey, hell nah, we good. I'm good over here. They gonna have me around that. I gotta wear hats and sweatsuits and jumpsuits and nah, man. I just want cold football. I'm trying to come in my slides. You can't wear no slides. I'm like, oh nah, I'm cool, bro. But man, I think, man, I would have no problem working with Q, man. Honestly, man. Like once again, man, I never take that shit home with me. You know, man, we like, man, you know, and everybody know, man, who around myself, KT Tibbs, you know, man, Baby Boy, man, them my brothers, you know, man. I'm going to stand with them because, man, they always stood with me 100%, you know. But, you know, man, the one thing I can say about those guys, man, you know, somebody else feels some type of way, man. You know, they feel how they feel. But the one thing I can say about those guys is, man, with the quickness, man, man, I ain't gonna say that. I'll talk to you privately about that.
We'll take that off the record, man.
Yeah.
But
now you can keep it on the record, but I'm gonna leave that at home.
Look, what I'm saying is this, man. You know, at the end of the day, you know, man, we all got those people that we feel like gonna ride with us, man, through thick and thin. You know, and this ain't got nothing to do with you football. It's got everything to do with life, man. You know, if the real ones will understand this. Right. The fake ones, they not going to understand it because, you know, they fake. You know what I'm saying? But if you for me, I'm for you. If you against me, I'm against you. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to love somebody that hates you.
But this is the thing, though, Frey. Even with that, I don't wish no malice, no ill will on nobody.
Right. So, and that was actually the point that I was getting to because y'all. Okay. I talked to Q a few weeks ago, and I'm gonna tell you what I told Q. Yeah. Don't let nobody shit on your accomplishments, man. I don't care. I don't care who it is. Right. Y'all won a type of state championship. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did the best that y'all could have done in whatever league that y'all was in. Right. You know what I'm saying? The same way, like I told your husband, Mills, don't let nobody shit on your AYF national championship.
Mm-hmm. I got a bone to pick with your husband, too.
Oh, do with him, not just me.
Okay. All right. I got a bone to pick with him.
So my point was this. You know, man, there have been so many I'm gonna use the word opportunities again. There's been so many opportunities for greatness, right? Right. You know, at one point in time, I was pushing for us all to be in the same league. Man, I haven't pushed that. Yeah. Lately, you know what I'm saying, in the past year or so, and you know why? Because we can be great all together, you know what I'm saying, if we was in different leagues. You know, I heard, you know, y'all may be going to Texas sports. Man, I'm all for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We sticking with Gridiron, Bear Counties, and Taifa. That is an opportunity for 3 East Side organizations to go out there and represent the city of San Antonio
in 3 different leagues
to the fullest in Most 3 different leagues, man, and do what nobody has done before. Exactly. Right? Yeah. But why can't we root for each other? You know what I'm saying? And even if we don't, like Tori said, you don't have, even if you're not rooting for me, just don't root against me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's that fucking simple to me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if people can only hear one thing that I say tonight off of this podcast, it's this. Us coaches have a lot of influence.
Yeah.
We have a lot of power when it comes to moving the masses, right?
Right.
I tell folks this all the time, man. Well, the people that are close to me, right? I'm really afraid to use all of the power that I have as a president of the Outlaws, because I know, man, if I make one wrong move, I got 400 motherfuckers behind me that's gonna move in sync with me to do whatever I did, which was wrong.
Facts.
If it was wrong.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I gotta be cautious.
Right.
I have to be intelligent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the crazy thing is this: when you look at, and like I said, people are gonna say, "Oh man, Fred, you taking this to a whole different level and stuff." But, you know, if you know, you know, because we've been in situations to where, man, you know,
It could have got bad.
it's
bad.
just the grace of God. We was like, all right, man, nobody get hurt, blah,
Right.
blah, blah, whatever and stuff, right? So
Facts.
for those of you know,
Facts.
you know.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to respect the authority and the power that the people have given you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you're only powerful for those people that to give you that
Give
power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's following behind you.
Right. I've been to NLA games.
Yeah.
You've been to outlaw games.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know what the movement is.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that I'm asking you is a leader of your respective organization,
Yeah.
and Q, the leader of his respective organization, is to respect the power that you guys have. You know what I'm saying? So that nothing spills over outside of the football field, like you said.
It won't, because you, like, man, we know too much. Like, man, I got love for Lil King. Man, that man, mama and daddy show my sons the most up respect and love. Lil Johnson, Bobo, LD. Like, man, I can speak to these kids, man, you know, man, and I can speak to their parents, you know, man, you know, to piggyback off what you said, man, you know, man, I don't, like I said, I don't got no malice, no hate in my heart behind nothing. You know, sometimes, you know, man, people just got two different visions and they want to go two different paths, and that's okay, you know, because, man, let me tell you something, man. Q did something recently that nobody knows that I respect.
What's that?
You know, man, we had a kid, man, that's in our program, Demir, you know, man, possibly going to be going to another organization, right? You know, put out that he was going to another organization. It was a little joke, right? You know how everybody was doing the transfer portal shit, so we was making fun of it. His dad was kind of making fun of it, right? And, man, the first person jumped in the inbox and said, hey, man, I think that, you know, you should stay right there. That's a great fit, like, for him, and, you know, that's a good program for us, Q.
Right.
You know, he shared that message with me. You know, some people, you know, when he posted it, I seen a lot of people jump on it. Oh, come to my team, come to my team, come to my team.
Right.
But, hey, this guy was, hey, man, like, man, no, you stay right there. Like,
Right.
man, that's a good fit for you, bro. I don't think you should leave, whoop the whoop. You know, he didn't say anything negative. And that was a time where, you know, man, if you wounded, I threw a little salt in your wound.
Right.
He
Right,
tried to
right.
bandage you up.
Yeah.
You know, so, man, like I said, and that's why I don't think it's to that level, you know, honestly, man, because if it was, man, you know, man, hurt people.
That's right.
You know, so with that being said, man, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, man, a lot of times when we talk, man, I appreciate it because it make me sit back and realize the power you do have, and realize, man, it's more to it than just football.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause, man, I'm young. I just made 30. So, man, I
Congratulations.
appreciate it. Man, I have a lot that I'm still learning and growing from, you know, man, and that's why I pick your brains on a lot of stuff, man, you know, but, you know, I think it'll be all right. I think the city itself, you know, gotta start to show the unity, because, and let me tell y'all something, man. They split San Antonio up for the showcase, you know, and you know, some people didn't like it, some people did. I was for it because I did it when it was together, and it was just too many,
Right.
too many
Egos.
egos, man. My son should play quarterback. My son should be, and I'm like, oh my God, we kicked everybody's ass. Don't you
Right.
think my running back should be the starting running back?
Right.
You know, but, a lot of people are biased about their kids also. But, man, being in the showcase, man, it showed me split up, man. It was sad. It really was, y'all. Man, you had so many teams and coaches and people down there from San Antonio, and nobody truly stuck together.
Man, you know what? I'm glad you're saying that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's not the narrative that was put on after the success.
That's crazy,
right? So
that's bad, fam. And I was at the West Side 9U game.
Yeah.
I was at the West Side 11U game when they beat North Side.
Right.
Yeah, I was over there. We cheering them on. We talking, right?
Right.
I'm encouraging the coaches even when they losing, man. And here we go. And this the part, man. It's never about me because I don't play the game. I'm not playing the game. I'm coaching the game.
Right.
And it's, as a coach, it's your job to give these babies the best opportunity to win.
Right.
You know, so the part that bothered me was, man, these kids didn't just play football, y'all. They kicked ass.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dominated.
Oh, like running clock, putting up 56 points, putting up 54 points.
Right.
That's unheard. And the reason why I say we was the most prepared team because I put them in 4 tournaments.
Right.
We had our team, and that's why I love Coach Marquis so much, man. Real humble guy. I wish he could have been on. He told me to tell him, but I forgot to tell him.
Man, listen.
To come up here with me.
Shout out to fucking Coach Marquis.
Oh, he don't get enough
Coach
credit.
Marquis, he don't get enough credit.
He don't get it. Everybody think it's down
dude-
low. Nah, Big Cat and Marquis.
Listen, man, Marquis is quiet.
Man,
He's humble.
Yeah.
Man, the dude just like, he reminds me of a true blue-collar coach.
man.
He just go out there and do what he do.
Yes, sir.
You know, he's positive with his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he holds them accountable.
Yeah.
He don't seek no attention.
None.
None. He
None.
don't want it. He just gets out there and does what he's supposed to do, and he's very successful at it, man.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
he
So
piped me up.
I didn't want to cut you off, man, but I
Yeah.
said, you know what? That dude does not get enough
Credit, man. And he, like, if you watch what he doing,
I'm gonna tell you something.
he
man.
doing some
See,
shit.
See, the thing is, man, he's so smooth with it.
yeah.
It's almost like, well, I tell you, even last night, right? He's out there and he's doing this thing or whatever and stuff.
Yeah.
He's so smooth with it, man. I don't even want to bother the dude because you know it's like he's so
He in the groove.
locked
Locked in.
with his kids and
Yeah.
what he's trying to do,
Yeah.
but he keeps a smile on his face.
You-
The whole time we back there yapping and forth, you know what I'm saying? He just got the smile on his face, but he's coaching.
Man, he not going that, like, he be piping me up.
Right.
Man, we get on these phone call. He be like, you know you really that shit, right? I be like, cause it's funny because people don't see that side of
Right,
him.
right, right.
So
right.
he like, man, look, you know we really that shit. We really be putting on. We really. I'm like, man. He like, nah, man. Like we doing great things, bro.
Look, man, he's a great coach, man.
Oh, man,
you know,
he
big
is.
shout out to him and also the Big Cat or whatever and stuff. But I want to get back to this real quick.
Okay.
We don't have much time left, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you alluded to the fact because I wasn't at the showcase.
Yeah.
You know, and when we talked last night, I told you, I said, man, I had people calling me like, oh man, you know, Fred, you ain't really making no comments on the showcase or whatever and stuff. For one, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Right.
I'm grinding. Several businesses run this,
Right.
that, and the third or whatnot. But, you know, as soon as it was over, man, I didn't reach out to you directly, but I went on your post, and the one thing that I told you was what? Man, the reason why I fuck with you is because it wasn't no post about, man, I'm the greatest coach, I'm this, I'm that, you know what I'm saying? It was the kids and the parents
Right.
that made it possible, right? I had a couple of kids from my team
Yeah.
that you coached in that
Yeah.
showcase.
Yeah.
Man, it wasn't no like, oh, man, don't listen to him. Hey, man, go out there and do what you do.
Yeah.
Or whatever and stuff, right?
Or
Because
no
it's
recruiting,
because,
like, it was
because
just
it's a
straight.
respect level, the brotherhood is there. But once again, you know what I'm saying? You know, the narrative on social media is like, oh man, San Antonio was so united for this night.
We didn't have nobody.
You had a parent that put everybody this here in San Antonio should be at this game,
Yes.
right?
Corey made that post on the page.
Okay, so Corey Jefferson made the post.
Yeah.
I saw it live, and I'm like, where the hell everybody at?
Man,
You
gone.
know what I'm saying? But the moment
We did it. Congrats.
y'all won,
Yeah.
all of a sudden everybody, man, they put on for the and I just said, man, that's
Fake.
so fake. to
So
me.
fake, Barry. You should, bruh. Deshaun from ACC coach, LD from BCP, Allen from ACC coach,
Right.
Shay from the Outlaws. Those were the guys on the sidelines.
Right.
those were the guys on the sidelines cheering, encouraging. When them Houston dudes running on, they running on the field. What's up? I was like, hey, we good. Like,
right.
But standing with us,
Right.
encouraging the kids. Not trying to coach, but because they kept stopping the game. Like, it was crazy, man. We got the game stopped 3 times for 25, 30 minutes at a time. I mean, and I was telling them, man.
Crazy.
Man.
That's what you football don't come to, man.
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
It's a debate.
Oh,
It's a
my
debate.
God.
So, look, we got about 2 or 3 more minutes left, man. Roster, we need to give you some more camera time, man. You deserve it, right? So, because y'all won the showcase, right? Y'all was the only San Antonio team to do it. What did that mean to you, man? How did that feel leading that group of kids out there to do something that only a couple other teams in San Antonio have done?
It felt good.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, look, man. The kid is as humble as they come. Now, you wouldn't know that when you get on the football field because the dude is a fucking assassin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? But you had an opportunity to play with kids that you don't normally play with, right? How was that experience? You know what I'm saying?
We got along with each other.
Y'all got along with each other?
Just like that.
Yeah.
Who gained your respect from them? Who gave you respect?
I don't know.
Listen, man, roster. Once again, and this is real stuff, man. Like I said, it's a 9-year-old kid, 10-year-old kid. I don't know. You already turned 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 10-year-old kid, right? It can be very difficult to remain humble with all the success that you've had. One of the things that Coach Fred preaches is remaining humble, because the way that the world operates nowadays is, man, they love you when you're at the top, but they praying for your downfall. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you to embrace that mentality because that may not be the right mentality to embrace. But for someone who's achieved a high level of success, you know what I'm saying, and watching people constantly root for your downfall, man, that becomes hard to deal with sometimes. So what I'm going to tell you this, man, keep being you. You're a natural born leader. I've seen you around other kids, right? Keep being you. You know what I'm saying? Remain humble, always remain a better person than an athlete, all right? Because you're not going to always be able to be an athlete.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to get to be my age where you can't do this stuff no more, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a good person, you can be a good person your whole life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got a great support system with your parents. You know what I'm saying? You got a little brother who looks up to you. You got an older brother, you know what I'm saying, that you should be looking up to. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure, man, that you never let that success go to your head, but also don't ever let anyone take your success from you. You deserve everything that you've gotten because you work for it. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the few kids that I can honestly say this kid works for his shit. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the videos of you doing them goddamn sit-ups, 12-pack abs, all this other stuff. I done seen that. You know what I'm saying? So keep that up, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think, man, we only have, damn.
Does he have social media?
He do have a social media.
Are you okay with him sharing what his social media is?
His mama run it.
Okay.
But, his social media on Instagram is Kimani_Thompson. Yeah, it's his name. Before you get out of that, man, tell them people, man, some of the things we live by. Man, what is fear?
A choice.
Hey, man, man, adversity builds what?
Character.
So, man, these are some of the things that I kind of preach to them every day. Be the change you inspire to see, right? These are some of the things that's in my household that we kind of preach to our kids, that we give to our kids, that I give to the football kids, man. Man, it's just a mindset. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of living. Man, be the change you inspire to see. No matter what in life, fear is a choice. Man, whether you start a business, whether you go to school, no matter what it is, if you're afraid to do something, you choose to be afraid to do it. Man, and also allow these kids to go through something. Allow these kids to face adversity, man, because adversity builds character, man. When you go through something and you hit the rock bottom, guess what, man? You find out who you really are.
Yeah.
So, man, y'all, we're ending on that note right there.
Yeah. Hey,
Thank
man.
you.
Tori, what you got?
a thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Both of y'all for coming out. Much love, respect. For those who didn't know you, don't know you personally, but I respect you completely, especially with what you do with, everybody's kids that you come in contact with your kids. Yeah. So I respect you. Thank you so much for coming. And
I appreciate you.
Everybody gets to now see you for, who you really are, not just the loud and the
the low persona.
About that, but I ain't gonna do you.
Oh shit, Donald. My name's Donald.
So now every time I see you, because I see people's government names, Donald.
So listen, hey man, we appreciate you guys tapping in with us tonight, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show, man. I think this is one of the best ones. We had some real conversations tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, authentic. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the heart.
Yeah.
Or whatever, man. Everybody may not understand where we come from, but trust me, we come from a place of authenticity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Realness.
Yeah.
And I think tonight this show exhibited that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, make sure you continue to tap in with us. We're going to continue to bring great special guests on the show. Yeah. We definitely, hey, I'm telling you, you got to commit to us right now, man. We got to be able to get you back.
Most definitely.
We got to be able to get you back.
Most definitely.
What I'm saying? So we'll get you back. If KT, I think KT has tapped in with us too, man. Yeah. Maybe be able to bring KT on as well. That way y'all can kind of shout out what y'all movement is and how y'all are doing it.
Yeah.
Q, if you tapped in, man, definitely need to get you on here. Mm-hmm. Y'all got a lot of great things going on. And any organization, that is doing things the right way, you probably going to get a phone call from us, right? Yeah. Myself, Miss Tori, Coach Mo, because we want to deal, we want you guys to be able to come on our platform to show San Antonio what it's really about.
Yes, sir.
And what it needs to be.
Right, yeah, man. Fuck all the clown shit, you know what I'm saying? We want good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We want San Antonio to be the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, we're taking strides toward that, man. So
and it's not for us, it's for the kids.
It's always for the kids, man. So
man, we appreciate you guys for having us on too, man. Hey, this little show is this show dope, man.
Appreciate it,
man. Last week was my first time really watching it and tapping in and just being in sync with it.
Right.
Man. Well, I couldn't tap in at that time, but I had to go back and watch it, man. And man, what y'all doing is something great, man. The city of San Antonio needs this. The city of San Antonio, because, Breakdown do what they do. And it's not but they focus on everything else.
Right.
Man, the San Antonio need a spotlight on San Antonio. We need to uplift San Antonio kids, the communities, the coaches. We need to know, we need our own little talk of the city.
Right.
So, man, hey, man, this is pretty dope, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and with that being said, man, shout out to the Breakdown and those guys, man. Not no type of competition or nothing like that, man. It's all love from all angles or whatnot, man. So, like I said, we're just trying to pull everything together, you know what I'm saying, and stay in our lane and do what we do because we feel like we got a message that we want to put out there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, next Thursday, tap in with us. If there's always, definitely go to YouTube, subscribe to our page, like it, share it, or whatnot, man. We're going to send out the tap in Facebook invite so that you guys can view the content from that particular platform every Thursday at 7 o'clock, man. So we appreciate you guys for tapping in.
Thank you. Send us what you want us to talk about, too.
You got topics, man. Put them on that San Antonio youth page. We be lurking on there, trying to find good stuff.
That other page back to life. We got to bring that back.
All right, man. Well, look, until next Thursday, man, you guys have a great evening. Rasta, you want to say something before we get up out of here? Rasta, man, I've been sitting there too goddamn long. I'm out. All right,
bye,
fellas.
Y'all. Bye.